Hello, Chanel. Hi, what's up? Miss Chanel Berlin. How are you? Let me see here. Okay, anyway, how is it going? We're live. We're back. We're here. We're here to stay. We're here to have a good time. So awkward. Come here. Come on, Kiki. You can do it. Doing well. It's my day off. Oh, period, Chanel. It's what you deserve. Do you have anything planned? Hi, Brennan's Legend. How's it going? Hi, Nyamya. What are you doing? So... yeah, Kiki is just raising hell right now. I haven't read any of the book for Sunday. Really? I don't know what page I'm on. I was trying to figure out based off of chapters that Adam Foley is withholding information. I think I'm like on chapter 5. Getting high and watching Twitch. Do you have a favorite Twitcher? Like a favorite Twitch streamer? I'm like... Chanel, I don't know who you typically watch. Hello, Silly. What's up, Silly, my Lily? How is it going? Hello, lovely cannabis. Thank you. It's true. Triple XL Network, to be honest. Oh my god. We're honored. Hi, Cherry Cola. What's up? What's up, everybody? Hello and welcome. Oh my god.
Pink Peaches just resubscribed for 7 months.
Pink Peaches, thank you for the 7 months. Please clap. I appreciate that. Don't just, oh wow, thank you guys.
Just resubscribed
I'm
for
John
7
Bull.
months. Hey Holly, looking so skinny, I'm not sure if this is you or if this is a deep fake. Can you say the secret word?
I don't know it. Pass.
Pass cheered X200 WTF. Who is this skinny bitch and what has she done with Holly?
Thank you, Mouse Pals for the 200 bits. Thank you, I'm John for the 7 months and Pink Peaches. I had something in my throat. Pink Peaches for 7 months. Oh my god, it's really in there. Hi, Shell Bells, what's up? Hi, King Master and Jelly Scoo. How is everybody? Guys, I've been thinking about my remodel again. Any hype trainers? I don't know, Bren. I don't think so. But guys, listen to this. So, we're gonna start working on the kitchen remodel again. It's true. I've been thinking about this long and hard. You know, what would look right in this kitchen? And I've thought about it, guys. And you know, we're not gonna be able to pull off a modern vibe, a super modern vibe here. Oh, hello, Trick Impress. So here's one of the things I thought about. I said, Holly, do you really think that putting such a nice stone on old cabinets from the 80s because they were painted is a good idea? And I started really thinking, and I was like, wow, you know, I was being wild. I was being so wild. Hello, Envious Slay. We've decided to make some modifications to what we are going to do with the kitchen. And you know what, guys? I think we're doing IKEA. Here's my mom. She really irritated me earlier. Let's see. What's going on? Oh, nothing. Just hanging out. Oh, yeah. 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 Yeah, no, they are. It's been good. They've really adapted. It took some time, you know, but as long as I play with them a little bit every day, they seem to be pretty normal. Oh, absolutely. Yes. Oh no, yeah, she's always had some nice jewelry. Yes. Thanksgiving, of course. Yes. Mm. Oh, well, you know what? I'm about to go take Rosie out on a little walk, so I'll talk to you later, okay? I couldn't do that anymore. She started going in about my grandma, like, my mom was on the phone. I couldn't handle it anymore. She kind of irritated me earlier. She was being a little sketchy. You know, sometimes she can just be a little sketchy for really no reason. I don't know, like I don't know what will really bring it on, but sometimes she'll just say things and you're just like, what do you mean? You know, what do you mean? And she is something, and like, love that. She just called me back though, because she was over at my dad's mom's and hanging out over there. They've been hanging out lately, which I know has really probably driven Dad Tron a little crazy, so it's kind of funny, but but you know, it is what it is. So whatever. I'm sorry. I just wasn't prepared for her to call me right now. She's so silly. I thought she was going to apologize for being so rude earlier to me. And I thought, wow, you know, that's unexpected. I'm gonna go ahead and answer, and that's not what it was. I'm just like, was expecting too much. I was expecting too much. They have no filter. It's true. It was my mom, not my grandma. She was just hanging out with my dad's mom. So my grandma, but not her mom. Hello, Bella and me. Mom Tron doesn't need to apologize when she's always right. Oh my god. You know, she's had some times where it's been like pretty surprising, and it's like I have to give it to her. It's like, you know, she's called some things that I would have never called. So, hi Zalizzle, what's up? Thoughts on Remy Ma and Adele collabing? I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that. I deleted Twitter off my phone last week. So I haven't been getting any of my normal celebrity news type updates. Why? Honestly, not for any reason bad, but just because I have such intensive ADHD, I feel like I need to like take it off my phone, so it's just on my computer, they are not remarried, Zalizzle, so it's just on my laptop. I can get on there, get on all my social medias right here, all of it right here. Hello Cope Pod Collector. I don't know. I didn't want to read that odd. Or wrong. Sorry, that caught me off guard. Did I watch the listening party? I was asleep. You know, we're just at the age now where we just, you know, past a certain time, we just can't really, you know, stay up. Thoughts on the Minecrafts and Twitter stands collaborating to destroy Casey Tron? If that's happening, I feel like it's a moment for Casey. I saw that he brought Marilyn Manson out on stage and Brian Warner, the serial rapist and abuser. So I just, you know, I'm not gonna go. We're going to have to step out on this one. You know, I thought we were doing Sunday service with Joel Osteen. No, I thought that's the Kanye we were. But, you know, I guess he just, you know, has nothing to say about Joel Osteen anymore. Holly is suspiciously calm about it. Wait, what are you talking about? What is it that I'm calm about? But yeah, I did hear that Kim wore a wedding dress to the listening party, which I find, you know, fascinating. I don't know what the deal is. Love that they're always like working some sort of angle. Love that. Thoughts on AB's interview magazine photo shoot? I haven't even seen that. So that's wild. And now you are even skinnier. Thank you. Honestly, guys, my tits are just so small. It's like they're shrinking, and with age, you know, everything just starts to droop with gravity. So everything starts to just kind of fall, you know, and I've been talking about this, but I've noticed, you know, it's all just started to kind of, you know, even though we're losing the weight, we're having some fallage. And I don't know exactly how to explain it. I don't know how exactly to explain it, but I feel like that could also play into why I'm looking skinnier. Like everything's just kind of flattening out. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's a real thing. I think it could be. I don't know. Grandma era, you know, that's what I feel like. And like, I don't know if any of you just have like issues with your joints, like everywhere, you know, like carpal tunnel. Like I feel like with I feel like I probably, if I don't have carpal tunnel already, I'm going to get it. Like there's just no way I'm not going to. I just have such a tight grip, you know, and I'll continue to have a tight grip. That's just who I am. But, you know, however, I think it does, you know, I don't know. So I think that I have a lack of, you know, like fluid in my hand, and I'm just getting like all these weird pops everywhere. Like if I move anyway, it's just like a pop, and it sounds like, I don't know if anybody else has that. It's been going on for like a long time, but I think I could have like early arthritis. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's possible to start getting arthritis this young. But if it is, I think I might have it. I don't know. It's just like the joints feel like they don't, like they're not lubricated. Like I need like a WD-40 like injected into my body. I don't know if that's possible. Please, if you guys could look into it. Queen Elizabeth has passed away. Oh. What? Hold on. Guys, like, never believe the media. It's probably fake. She seems a little young. Hold on, where are my news apps? Did I also delete those from my phone? What is wrong with me? No, I didn't. Okay. Okay, I was just like, I really need to chill. You know, I don't see it, so I can't confirm or deny. So I can't confirm or deny that. It's not on the New York Times website. It's not real. Oh, okay. See, we didn't think it was. That's why I was looking for, yeah, that's why I fact checked before I reacted. A 95-minute timeout. I mean, that feels necessary. It feels like only appropriate, to be honest. Hold on, though. Honestly, holy shit. Like, I haven't been on Twitch since, what, Tuesday? Okay, and in that time, I'm like, wow. I got on live streams fails today, and I'm like, oh, wow. There's actually been some Twitch drama lately that doesn't involve hot tubs. I am like, what? I haven't watched any of this yet. Always been a fan of your all-American continent. Thank you. Like, honestly, the continent of America is a beautiful continent. America is a continent. It's beautiful. So, don't stream on the first, Queen? Wait, what's happening the first? I'm going to grab a weed. Is that the day where it's like the stand against Twitch hate? Is that day? I keep seeing that, and I'm like, yeah, okay. I keep seeing it, and I'm just like, you know, will Hassan be streaming? Because to me, that's really like to say if it's a real thing. Like, if Hassan streams, then we just can't really take it seriously, I think. And yeah, like, honestly, my streams are not like super often, so it's like, guys, like, what if that's the day of the week where I'm like, oh, I'm streaming? Like, what if that just happens? Pokemon. God, if only. No, guys, I don't know if you guys don't know this, but I think it could be the stand against Twitch hate day. I don't know. But no, I am now a full-time student. So, you know, I'm just like really young. I just now enrolled. So I'm super excited about my future. That's all I'm going to say on that. But yeah, and then I've been a little stressed this week. But it was kind of cool. So one of the things that I've been studying, one of my classes right now is like medical terminology. And I was, you know, I'm doing great. I'm like, wow, we're nailing it. We're doing great. And I had to take Jake's dad to this like, what the fuck, appointment at the hospital. But it's so far away because he had to like go see the specialist. So it was like an 1.5-hour drive. And oh my God, I know I gave this poor man a fucking like heart attack on the drive out there because it was like raining for one. And I know my driving just made him so nervous. I could just see it. Like he was like on the edge of his seat like the whole time. Like I could tell I just had him a nervous wreck. Like, I know I did. And anyway, whenever I got into the hospital, though, it was kind of cool to, like, actually, like, see and, like, hear and, like, know what they were talking about with, like, some of the medical terminology. I was like, wow. And it was really helpful. I mean, that's just, like, a side point, whatever. But whenever we got back, I guess, like, later that night, Jake's dad like woke up and was in like really, really bad pain, and it just so happened that I had just like read up on like I had just like read like the orthopedic chapter, like which is like one of his issues that he's having right now. It has to do with that, whatever. So I had just like read about this, and it was saying that like one of the main causes for like inflammation or like swelling up really bad is stress. And I just feel so bad. Like I feel like I almost gave that man a heart attack driving, and like I feel like I made him so like I feel like I made him all swell up. No, it's true. It's, you know, it's all connected to the nervous system. So like actual anxiety whenever he has like carpal tunnel and cubital tunnel, something like that, cubital tunnel syndrome, cubital. Yeah. So it made him like extra swollen and inflamed. I think it could have been my fault. It could have been something else, but I had just like read that could be like a main component, or it can really like cause more inflammation. And I was just like, God, like, wow. Like, and I'm just like, wow, I'm seeing it happen. Like, literally caused it. This is such a good learning experience. So it was like, I feel like I'm already in clinical. Holly, I think you need to be careful. First, you surpassed Casey on being skinny. I actually think Casey and I weigh the same. It's just like, so I think Casey and I carry our weight very differently. I've always had a large chunk of back fat. And like, I don't know, I guess I can show it. Oh, the bra's kind of covering it. Like there. So honestly, it looks pretty skinny. It's there though, guys, trust me. Anyway, so I have like this this is really one of my main areas. Whatever. Yeah, back tits, exactly. And I don't know, she's never had that, but right here, like, God, I get so skinny looking. Like right here in the front, it's like I don't carry any weight. Like my ribs are just poking through. I'm like, wow. It's honestly, it works great sometimes, but also, you know, it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's, so it does like, you know, this number. You know what I mean? I don't know. And I know that's normal. I know that's like whatever, a normal thing. But like, it was, sorry guys, it was actually, hanging over. So whatever, it's an improvement. It's all an improvement. But something Amberlynn, says that's so true. She said, one of the things like that helps her is she doesn't really ever see her body because her tits are so big. So whenever she looks down, she just sees kind of like these giant tits, and she's just like, yeah, I look good. And I have to say, I'm just like, yeah, that's like, I don't know, they're just shrinking. So yeah, they're just becoming very, very little. So it's fine. But I don't know. That's something that I really love with breast augmentation. Time for a push-up. And I just don't think I don't know. I'm not going back to it. I refuse. Maybe like a padded bra for like a day that I don't know what would call for it. It would have to be like the right outfit, I guess. But I think I just prefer like saggy little tit look at this point. I've just accepted it. If I could get a fat transfer, that would be amazing. Did you hear about Amberlynn's threesome with a man and wifey? You're kidding. Amberlynn, wifey, and a man had a threesome? You've been doing 100 sit-ups a day, bestie? Wow. Like, you're doing better than I am, honestly, because I don't know. I'm not feeling it. Honestly, though, I don't know. I just walk. I'm like, we're just walking. And it's kind of funny. I'm like, oh God, that's so much like Momtron. She just walks around and flip-flops around the neighborhood, and you can hear her because she goes, and I'm like, oh my God, that's what I'm becoming. It's like my Momtron era. So that's how she's, lost weight, maintained her weight, I guess I should say, after her weight loss. So she just walks. I'm like, Jamie does the same thing. Jamie also lost a bunch of weight recently. And I know that Jamie just walks. Also has really probably cut calories. Do I waddle around the living room? Look. Amber's a beautiful woman. Period. End of story. Okay. Hi, Trippy Land. Let me get on, what is it called? Live stream fails. Let's get on it. So I did see some stuff on here. There's trigger warning. I did see this, which was sad. Like, I don't happen to actually know. God damn it. Excuse me. There we go. What? Why is it flipped over like that? How does that? How did I? Now. Guys, it's so weird. No, like, how does that even happen? Did I do that somehow? What? Hold on. How does I do that? No, how did I do that? What in the world? No, okay. I think we'll just create a new one. Like, I'm not putting us through that, guys. Wait, is that wrong? I don't think that's what I wanted to hit either. See, now it's like, oh no. No, it's okay. I know what I'm doing. It's just that it's been a while. Holly's methods could neither be recreated nor understood. It's not an act. I can tell you that much. It's definitely not an act, which I think people believe. I do think people believe that. That's wrong. Excuse me. Delete that. Thank you. Sorry, guys. Like, it's honestly being so rude. Okay. Like, that took me a moment. Okay. I really have no idea how I turned it upside down like that. That's wild. I guess I should do this, though, since we're looking here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so former PUBG player Taylor J. Jeffrey Johnson, after evading Pennsylvania state troopers who persuaded him for hours. Whoa. Does anybody know who that is? Former PUBG player? That's crazy. Taylor J. Jeffrey Johnson committed suicide after evading Pennsylvania state troopers who pursued him for hours. Johnson was accused of attempted homicide in North Carolina. The victim, a woman, has survived her injuries. That's crazy. And like, he shot his ex-girlfriend multiple times and she survived? If that's not the biggest fuck you, I don't know what is. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Anonymous gifted easy_Bria subscription. An anonymous user.
Thank you. Hey, thank you, anonymous gifter. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. Holy fuck though. That's crazy. Wait. What is this? Wait, is this not real? What the fuck is this? I can't deal with this. Like, honestly, I can't deal with that right now. I'm not trying to figure this out. All kinds of BS. Thank you for the good sub.
Subscription. Belkind Softs gifted a tier 1 sub to Bellanamia. This is their first gift sub.
Oh shit. All kinds of BS. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. We have more though. E-Rob explains why he forgot to put the VR on screen. Partnered streamer 7th abused ex-boyfriend and will be going to jail. I don't know what this is about. So yeah, Clint and 7th have been dating for quite a while. I guess maybe they're broke
Party
up.
Parrot Corp just resubscribed.
Oh, Party Parrot Corp. Hey, it's been a while. What is up? Wow, thank you for the 12 months. That's a full year. Happy anniversary. I appreciate it. You're looking skinny too. Thank you. Guys, I don't know what to think here. I have no idea. I've been seeing some stuff like kind of on their, like between them on their Twitters. Like they've been kind of tweeting at each other and it seemed like they were fighting. It seemed like then they were getting along. I like Clint. I think 7th seems cool from what I've known of her. She's actually been really kind to me. Wait, are these gays? No. 7th is like super pretty. She's been really, really sweet to me. And Clint's been really nice to me too. I think that the relationship is just a little toxic in general from what I've seen. I have no idea. I really don't know if I will make I don't know what I'm gonna say.
Now, from where she fucking scratched me, I wear a hat most of the time so it doesn't even show, but like I have permanent scars for that. Everybody wants to just laugh about it and be like, oh, it's a guy, getting scratched by a 100-pound girl. That's fine, I understand that, but I'm never going to accept the fact that so let's just say this, say I was the partnered streamer and she was the affiliate streamer, because she's a partnered streamer, right? So let's just say this, if I was the partnered streamer and I was charged with that shit and I went to jail, I would already be banned off Twitch. And Twitch doesn't give a fuck about that, and she's able to go on the Yas TV podcast and run her mouth about me, and now she's saying I'm a fucking pedophile and all this other shit because her EPO's up now. You guys all saw it on the fucking Yas TV stream. She didn't even know when her EPO ended. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking stupid. It's literally stupid, man. It's literally stupid. I would be canceled so quickly.
Whoa. Okay, what is EPO? Drug? What? What the fuck is this? Is it a steroid? Hold on. What?
I would already be banned off Twitch. And Twitch doesn't give a fuck about that.
Protection
and she's able
order.
to go on the Yas TV podcast and run her mouth about me. And now she's saying I'm a fucking pedophile and all this
order
other
of
shit because her
protection?
EPO's up now. You guys all saw it on the fucking Yas TV stream. She didn't even know.
EPO. What the fuck is that? Enforced protection order? Oh, okay. That sounds okay. That would make sense. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let's rewatch it. Sorry, I need to rewatch it because I don't understand. I'm gonna be honest. Emergency protective order. Sounds like he is flexing Twitch numbers or something clout related. Dude is a fucking joke. He seems like he punches walls. Look. Okay, typically the officer contacts someone called. Okay. So she got an emergency protective order. From what I know, like those orders are actually kind of hard to get. I don't know. I live in Missouri though, and the laws that are in place to protect women in my state are horrible and have not caught up with normal states. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It might be easy to get them somewhere else. I know here I have tried to get protective orders myself, and I was not granted that. So I mean, I think
I have permanent scars on my face now from where she fucking scratched me. I wear a hat most of the time so it doesn't even show, but like I have permanent scars for that. Everybody wants to just laugh about it and be like, oh, it's a guy, getting scratched by a 100-pound girl. That's fine, I understand that, but I'm never going to accept the fact that so let's just say this, say I was the partnered streamer and she was the affiliate streamer, because she's a partnered streamer, right? So let's just say this. If I was the partner streamer and I was charged with that shit and I went to jail, I would already be banned off Twitch. And Twitch doesn't give a fuck about that, and she's able to go on the Yas TV podcast and run her mouth about me, and now she's saying I'm a fucking pedophile and all this other shit because her EPO's up now.
The one thing I'll say, and no offense to Yaz TV, but like, it's not like it's like the Raj show or anything. It's not getting like a ton of viewers from what I know. Like, and that's no shade. Like, I don't think that show. I could be wrong. I haven't watched it in a long time, but last I saw it, I mean, it does okay. I think it had like 50 or so viewers. So I don't know.
You guys all saw it on the fucking Yas TV stream. She didn't even know. She didn't even know when her EPO ended. It's fucking bullshit.
But like,
it's fucking stupid.
I don't know what she actually said about him on this podcast. Like, I guess I'm kind of curious to know, did she actually call him a pedophile? Like, why did she call him that? Like, that's not cool if it's just because she's mad. Like, I will say, I don't think that's like something to really joke about or accuse someone of because you're mad.
It's really stupid. I would be canceled so quickly.
Like, I think it really minimizes the seriousness of sexual abuse and what pedophilia is, and it's disgusting. But he has been drinking. I saw this look up. He's definitely fucked up. So let's see what the comments say. We probably won't have to do much digging. What is this? I'm scared to click. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm scared. Okay, it's safe for work. Okay. We get scared. This looks like Casey. Stop. Oh my god. Okay. So she shared this video. You look like you lost weight. I have. Thank you for noticing. So she said men can be victims of domestic abuse. We live in a day where thankfully a lot of things are more accepted, talked about by society. Still, I find most men hide their emotions and think they always need to be strong. This is not okay. You don't have to go through this alone. Guys, I just want to say that was 2018. So don't come for her. It's always the woke people, more like hypocrites. Okay, like, who the fuck does not think to post the clip, like, from the Yaz TV show? Like, honestly, what's wrong with these people? Let me see. I think it's like... No, that's not right. It's... Yaz. Okay. Videos. Shh. Oh. No. No. Did I see the Overwatch news? I didn't. I guess I would like to know what, Wait, hold on. Okay, sorry. I was just like, what's going... How is M60 involved? Okay, so honestly, I'm not really seeing anything. Like, I have no idea. Look. Abuse of any form is not okay. Period. On the Athene cult? What are you talking about? What cult? What cult? What cult? Which cult? I don't know of that one. Honestly, like, I'm obsessed with all the cult news. I may know of it. I may have heard of it if it's actually like a real thing. I don't know. I may have heard of it, but I just don't remember. Okay, we'll look it up. One sec. Okay. Let's see. Let's watch Snapchat stories accuse his son of attacking his wife. What is this?
You made the Snapchat stories thing today? Yeah, dude, I saw this. What the fuck is this, bro?
Gamer attacks wife in this wild...
Dude, Snapchat
What?
News has lost their minds, dude. What is this? Yeah, I feel like...
What?
Like, this is illegal, right? This should be illegal. Like, how the fuck are... First of
What the fuck? You're joking. That's insane. Okay, Destiny drops the hottest take of 2020. This just got posted. Why am I... Okay, this has no upvotes. One comment. Why is this... Oh, hi, Conwell Queen. Remember the McDonald's manager cult leader who got mummified and Christmas lights? What? You guys, like, any cult stuff you know that I don't know, I need to know it. Chodosaurus, hey.
Chodosaurus just resubscribed for 16 months. Hello, Holly Lynn.
Oh, hello, Chody Lynn. How are you? Thank you for the 16 months in a row. Please clap. I appreciate it. Okay. Hold on.
The stream figured out my dude. Always fun watching you smiley face.
Thanks
Are people
so
playing
much, buddy,
RuneScape
for the 2
again on
months.
Twitch?
Yo, Milkman 6. Oh my health! Oh my health! Oh my fuck! 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 Oh my fuck! No! Someone can save me quick! Have you ever fixed it? Oh my fuck! Help!
But I've done several toes.
No! Oh my god!
It was the Love Has Won cult. They worshipped her and she got drunk as fuck and yelled at people. Oh, we love that. We'll have to look into that. So, oh. Okay. Interesting. Alright, well, I guess that's it for today. I really have no idea, like, what happened on the Yas TV show. Oh, wait, no. No. Is this... God damn it. Ah. Okay, no YouTube. I was like, maybe they have a YouTube and they put the video up there. Other than that, okay, so let's see. Seems rude. What? I don't see nothing. She did nothing.
And I was like, dude, I just want to chill out. I don't give a fuck about
These
that.
gold digging women.
I tell you, man. What the hell?
What did you just fucking say?
What?
You called me a gold digger, but I helped you build your fucking.
Yeah, thank you for the gifted subs. Thank you for the gifted subs. Thank you for the
Do we have
gifted
to do
subs.
a dance now?
Nope, I turned it off.
They shut your fucking whore mouth up. You're fucking 350 viewers playing fucking World of Warcraft, dude. You're shooting me just as dead as fucking every other WoW player. Fuck you.
Get his ass.
Elena, who has a better hairline? Lamont or Nick?
None of those. Fuck those bitches.
Why do they hate her?
My hair looks.
See what she just guessed?
Wait. Did E-Rob and Michaela, right? Is that his girlfriend? Did they actually break up? Is new?
I was like, dude, I just want to chill out. I don't give a fuck about
These
that.
gold digging women.
I tell you, man. What the hell?
What did you just fucking say?
What?
Wait. It's Tyler One, right? Or who the fuck is dating Michaela? I don't know. I don't know anything about streamers. Like, I am honestly clueless. You guys probably know more. Anyway, so... Oh. Let me go to YouTube. Okay, now, what about these cults? For one, there is a new episode of Sibling Rivalry. So, XQC and Adept broke up. I heard that. Yeah, they broke up. What was the name of the fucking cult? Oh my god, just come in here and like dangle fucking carrots in front of my eyes. And then not tell me love has won. Okay, thank you. Dr. Phil episode. A Fiend. Okay, that's actually... I know of that one. Osmond Gold. Hold on. Is this... how... Wait.
He has been called the best gamer in the world, hands down. He's raised more than $15 million. He works very closely with Save the Children.
Hold up.
Today, Athene got his YouTube channel banned. Everybody in the comments of every section is going in there saying Athene.
Wait a second. Is this the only video about this? Hey, Claire Wing. What's up, girl? Is this the only video about this? Okay, here we go.
Hey everyone.
Hi, Junkie G's. What's up?
Context for what you're about to watch. It is, as you can probably tell from the video length alone, unlike anything we've done on People Make Games before. In fact, this investigation is something we've been working on behind the scenes since almost the very beginning of this channel.
Okay.
Since doing so,
Smooth
people we've been
this.
listening to have publicly accused us of putting together a hit piece for a benefit of misrepresenting a group that is, at its heart, committed to doing good in the world. We've been threatened multiple times with the possibility of being sued for defamation and told that my credibility as a journalist will be worthless if we publish this video.
Like, he's gonna come up with a piece, right, that is filled with fucking lies. His viewers has to know about it. And they will know about it. And not just his viewers. Also, every fucking single journalist that, follows that guy and knows about what he's writing, I want them all media has to know about this shit. So when he comes out
I'm in. I'm
material
invested.
that has consumed our lives. But why have we bothered? Why put ourselves through that? Why take the
First place, because as you'll see over the next hour and a half, what we found needs to be talked about. A quick content warning here to say that this video throughout makes references to topics that some of you may find troubling, including aggressively sexual language, misogyny, depression, and psychological abuse. This is the story of how a YouTuber once famous for his World of Warcraft videos would go on to use that fame to eventually found his own religion, and in doing so, recruit volunteers to help change the world.
Do you think
this has placed him in a position of power, we feel, a position that has, in our opinion, been misused.
If you're depressed, depression is gone. You know depression? You deserve depression. But it makes sense. Women don't need to be resourceful. Women need to be manipulative. She's having some nice dance, nice moves. You're just sitting here like, you know, in defeat. You gotta show that when you get the cash, you get really nice moves.
This guy started a cult.
Pussy. You guys get it?
He's so...
If you never got, you know, pussy, like, there will be pussy for everyone here. I know she's talking a lot about emotional abuse. And the thing is that, it's not the first time that I've been accused of that by her.
I thus became aware of Athene about 12 years ago now. Back then, he hadn't yet raised millions of dollars for charity, nor had he started recruiting volunteers.
What a creep!
There wasn't a religion in 2007, there was no 4-step plan designed to help his audience click, and there was certainly no accusations of him running his own cult.
Guys.
That was all still to come. Instead, Athene was simply a character played by a Belgian YouTuber
Gets
called
fucked
Michelle
up.
Boumaza.
Athene.
Hi everyone, this is Athene. I'm Athene
Is it
from
true
Memory.
you smell? Yeah, bitch,
It all
I
started
do.
with this video
I
in which
smell.
Athene declared to the world that he was, in fact, the best World of Warcraft paladin on the planet. By the end, he's playing the game with his keyboard held like a guitar as Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On" blasts out in the background. People love it. They love him.
Hi, Charlie XCX.
So easy, that's life.
And so begins a series of videos in which Athene's character is steadily fleshed out, growing more and more obsessed with himself and his video game prowess with each episode. A cast of other characters is introduced too, played either by Boumaza's friends or family, each of them contributing to this overarching storyline of a man who's been consumed by his own delusional sense of grandeur.
You all know me because at the moment I'm like the most popular thing on the internet. I just made a thread about how to poon some noobs.
By 2008, Athene was one of the first true gaming hits on YouTube, and it became clear that he and his group had bigger plans for what they could accomplish with such an audience. And so, between the madness, they'd occasionally upload videos.
I didn't know about this guy now, but I never have ever been like a YouTube type of
open internet.
watcher.
This activism was all part of a movement they called iPower, which encouraged their audience to become activists themselves, but also to live what they called the iPower lifestyle, referring to 3 core principles: being open-minded, thinking actively, and putting your vision into practice.
These 3 principles make the actual concrete iPower lifestyle, and even though a lot of people sort of live by them already, we think it's really cool to unite
How to
all these
poon
people
some
and
noobs.
to inspire more people
Does he work
to
for
live
Poon
like
Labs?
this.
He
iPower would
tried
stick
to
around for a few
interview.
years before eventually
We don't
fading
take
away. It was an
felons.
idea of building an audience around the theme and then mobilizing it to tackle big problems around the world that wouldn't ever go away. Neither would the possibility of perhaps shaping
What is he talking about most popular?
to live their lives.
I don't
Athene's
know.
jumped from World of Warcraft with the games like StarCraft, League of Legends, Hearthstone, and Diablo. There was also a short stint as a professional poker player that saw Athene land a sponsorship with PokerStars and compete in a couple of tournaments. And inevitably,
Okay, so I mean, he had a sponsorship with PokerStars. I'm gonna say he was pretty
his
big.
character would run riot.
Shout box is blowing up with requests for us to talk to you. They want to know anything and everything about you. Why are you so famous?
Because of the guns! The guns! They love the guns.
By 2010, a couple of the original iPower members had now left, and Boumaza decided to take a break from YouTube for several months, returning the next year with a video that would surprise, well, most of his audience, to be honest. It was called Athene's Theory of Everything.
The following documentary presents new developments in neuroscience and a solution to the many current unsolved problems in physics. While it keeps clear of metaphysical correlations and is solely focused.
Shut the fuck up. This is no troll. This is like no troll either. He thinks he's like, this is real. Confirmed. Like this wasn't a joke.
Focused on scientifically verifiable data. It also has philosophical repercussions pertaining to life, death, and the origin of the universe.
Amongst other things, this 50-minute documentary claimed to push the boundaries.
So he like tried to like claim that he was some sort of like guru, like a self-help, what are they called, like a teacher kind of, like, okay.
Boundaries of quantum mechanics, relativity, and neuroscience. At one point it even presented a brand new theory for consciousness itself. C
grifter.
We can fundamentally
Please.
establish that C equals HF, where C stands for consciousness, H for the constant of Planck, and F for frequency.
Years later, Boumaza would admit that his Theory of Everything video was largely based on fake science, although he also claims this was made clear in the documentary itself.
I wanted to cause a psychological revolution, more so than find an answer to the theory of everything. So to me, whatever fitted in the ability to get more traffic for people to watch it, did it for me. And that is why Theory of Everything now is one of our most popular videos, because it worked. Basically putting this scientific science in there, well, this science, physics, even though a lot of it is not true, it's just, but it was just theories. I even said it. It's even in a documentary, for me, it's to poke people to think about things.
The video now sits at almost 5 million views, but at the time I remember his audience being a little bemused by the whole thing.
I'm
was the
so
theme trying to troll the
confused.
scientific community next, or was this serious? What had happened to the best paladin in the world?
Oh my.
Either way, this Theory of Everything marked
Look who it
Clemmy
is.
Bear just
Although they
resubscribed
continue to
for
produce skits and
17 months. Hey betches.
Look what the cat dragged in. Hi Clemmy, thank you for the 17 months. Guys, honestly, I joined one of Cody's new Discords today, and I thought I was gonna have a heart attack whenever I saw Clemmy Bear typing in Discord. I was like I had to double check that it wasn't in mine. I was like, oh god. So guys, go after Cody. Cody's cancelled.
Games had lived up to that original character. Those videos were now with Boumaza's thoughts on science or philosophy. In fact, if you visit the channel today, that's almost all that's been left online.
Deep inside your subconscious mind, there is a notion, a truth that you have intuitively known ever since you were a child.
From 2012 onwards, Boumaza and his friends also started doing a lot of charity fundraising. This began with an event called Operation Sharecraft, which saw them live stream themselves for 100 consecutive days in order to raise money for those affected by a drought that was hitting the Horn of Africa. It was incredibly successful, raising in total more than $1 million for charities.
What was this website that they
They continue to
were
work closely with that charity in particular,
what was
launching
that
several
called?
major projects together with
Did he
Save
have
the
his
Children having now
own-
appointed Athene one of its celebrity ambassadors. According to his profile on their
Is he
site,
South
this is thanks to
African?
more
I
than
don't
$3 million
know.
his group has raised through individual donations, as well as more than $24 million they've received when you include any match donations from various corporations or
I need
foundations
Holly's
along the way.
hairstylist?
His focus on
Oh
fundraising
my
and
god,
making a
I'm so
difference would
grown
eventually
out,
lead
thank you.
Boumaza and some of his long-term collaborators to set their sights even higher. To make the biggest impact possible, they decided to move countries, establish their own headquarters, and recruit dozens of volunteers to come and live and work with them all under one roof.
Wait, what? Hold on.
There's a lot of people that actually wonder what we do here, and I thought it would be good to, guide you guys through it. We are now in quite a big building.
I have
in
a headache
small
already.
city here in Germany. What we are trying to do is really try to have the biggest impact possible. I've been
So
talking
wait
to
a
Reese quite
second, was
bit
this-
to figure
so
out
is he
what
from
is the
Germany
most
then?
effective way of doing so, and
Or
I think
is he
providing
from-
the ability for people to be able to just do what they believe is right and provide for their,
41.
shelter and food is a very effective way on growing a movement that allows us to have a very big impact in the world.
In 2015, the Singularity Group was founded in a small town called Forst on the German-Polish border. It's this group that we've been investigating for more than a year now, having spoken to several former members, and most recently, Boumaza himself. Many of the people we've spoken to have talked fondly of their time there, explaining how they learn new skills like programming or game design, how important it was to feel like they were surrounded by people who wanted to make a difference in the world, or even just how much of a relief it could be not to have to worry about things like rent or bills or buying food. Everything in the compound, as it's sometimes called, was taken care of. But we were also told of a darker side of this setup too, an environment in which criticism of the group or its leadership was equated with not believing strongly enough in what they were trying to accomplish. We can see signs of this publicly too, like in a recent live stream in which Mimosa responded to a viewer who seemed skeptical about joining a group of people they didn't really know much about.
Wouldn't you agree that the outcome of the environment that you're working in is going to have an impact on your performance regardless of what you want to achieve? The thing is though, when you're busy with all these questions, right, you're already it's a red flag. I mean, if I see people trying to do good in the world, I'm not going to have any, doubts going like, oh, what if these people are assholes, what this, what that. All these doubts are merely projection of yourself.
Oh my god, this is...
And that's a red flag.
And you can always do research.
And
oh my god, that was so culty.
People go and start distrusting, insta-reject.
Fuck
No
out.
way you come over. And the reason why is because it's never critical thinking. It's always projection. Every single person that distrusted the place and started asking questions or whatever, all left.
All volunteers are
Did
required
he
to sign a non-disclosure
fucking
agreement
actually read like how to be a cult leader? He probably read like the 38 Laws of Power or whatever the fuck it is.
Public, which has led to some of the people we've spoken to asking for community. One former volunteer told us this: even if they make the world a better place, I don't believe the methods are justified. Looking back, joining was the worst decision I made in my life. It was great until I questioned Athene's actions, then everything turned around. I considered not replying to you. I don't want them to bully or threaten me again somehow. At the same time, I don't want anybody else to go through what I've been through. Since I've left, I've been doing my best to move on with my life and get myself back on my feet. It's been the hardest thing I've ever done, and the thought of that place puts me in a very bad place I don't want to be. But what are these questionable methods exactly? What kind of issues are we even talking about here? Well, for a start, let's take a look at how this organisation is actually set up. As we've already mentioned, it's staffed entirely by volunteers who have joined to work on various projects, from web development to a mobile game.
Okay, yeah, any suspicions about grifters?
Now, these volunteers don't receive a salary, but they also don't need to pay for any living costs whatsoever. That's the arrangement. So here is an interesting question with perhaps an even more interesting answer. What is this organisation in the eyes of the German government? Is it a charity, perhaps? Or maybe a non-profit?
Armin just subscribed.
Armin? Oh shit. Oh wait, no. Stop it. Sorry, my cat just like almost tripped over this cord. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Please clap, everybody. Thanks for that prime. Any primers in chat? Thank you. Honestly, I'm kind of having a hard time following already. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't really know who this dude is. But let's keep going.
It's neither of those.
Pesticides says the thing whether you use the word work or not does not matter legally. Working for food and bed is the same as working for money under the law. Pesticide, yes and no. That is the case if you have a charity. But we don't have a charity. We actually have a religion. And when it's about a religion, when you go pray in the church, it is not work. It is expression of your religious freedom.
Oh my
Our religion
God.
is Neurospinozism.
Hold
it
up.
is
Let me pause
the God
real
of
quick.
science. So people come over here.
Adam Foley. What's up, Adam Foley? My brother. What's up? What are you trying to figure out? Well, honestly, I'm just a little confused how this went from best paladin in World of Warcraft in the world to he's like, look, this is my theory of everything, and he developed a church. I'm getting really, really lost. It's moving too fast for me. I'm like, did I miss something? So he developed a I'm lost. Church of Cannabis when? I mean, honestly, I'd want to call it like House of Cannabis, I think. House of Cannabis. you know, like House of God, like Assembly of God. I would want to do House of Cannabis. Write that down. Thank you, Charlie. Which, by the way, Charlie XCX been slaying lately. I'm gonna grab another cup of coffee. Like, I need a coffee break. I don't need a break. I just need the coffee. Guys, Rusty is such a perfect little angel. I put a heating pad on for her this morning. I put her heating pad on. I do that sometimes whenever she's just, I don't know, seeming extra. And she's just being so cute, all sprawled out on it right now. Imagine being Cody and realizing you might have a chance at one point if you just help with the kitchen refurb. Honestly, I don't really know if I need Cody's help because, so I started looking into, you know, what's the most practical for one. Sorry to get sidetracked. We'll get back to the documentary. But I think I want to do like solid surface counters because you can actually get some that you can install yourself. And then I think I'm going to do IKEA cabinets and shelving. And all of that IKEA stuff you're supposed to be able to do yourself. I don't know. I'm sure it won't be easy. But we'll do what we need to do. I think that I found some pretty good stuff on the IKEA website. Okay, I'm sorry, I just had to fill up. Changing the cabinets in the kitchen wall. So we're gonna do the open shelving, and then I'm gonna do a couple of cabinets as well, and solid surface countertops in here. Eventually the bathroom too. That's a good point. Maybe I should. I wish I could do all the work for you. I can do butcher block counters and whatever else. Honestly, the butcher block I really love. I do kind of like the butcher block look, but I just don't know if it's something that I would like forever. So I'm just gonna go with like a solid surface white. Right? I don't know. Is that a good idea? My favorite thing to clean with is bleach. So I just like everything to be bleachable. I just want people to bleach it. So it's like, I don't know. As long as I can bleach it. Oh goodness. Don't look at that. This is not. I feel like that was like a real crotch shot. Excuse me. Like we literally lost viewers during that.
Freedom by changing the world. There is nothing wrong about that. It's completely legally fine. How genius is that? It's called a thing.
Now, there's actually quite a bit more to neurospinozism than that clip would have you believe. Although Bumaza and his group don't really promote it in the same way these days, back in 2016 and 2017, it was a much bigger focus. And their website, logicnation.org, makes for really interesting reading. It explains that neurospinozism, also known as Athenism, is an evolution of the philosophical work of Baruch Spinoza, whose followers included Albert Einstein, Carl Sagan, and Lessing. It also states that if you follow its 4 steps, you will be able to adopt logic as your core value, and in that moment, which is described as selfless clicking or sometimes just clicking, your life will be completely changed. There's a video on Athene's YouTube channel called Science Finds God, and in brackets sci-fi short film, which is about neurospinozism and the group itself.
Who the fuck
it's
is this
dramatized in a way that I think is meant to leave you wondering how much of it is actually based in reality. Towards the end, some of the volunteers who have clicked talk about what it's done for them, and again, you're left thinking, are they actually being genuine here?
Do you still feel an addiction towards nicotine?
There were no cravings at all. Before the click, I wouldn't even know this is possible.
It was really by far the best moment in my life.
They start thinking fundamentally different than other people.
Oh my god, this is
Those
Nexium.
statements are all echoed on the logic.
This is like a low budget Nexium wannabe.
Addictions the moment they clicked. Something that's backed up elsewhere.
Are
on the
you
site,
breatharian?
like, you'll be able to overcome addictions with
I
ease,
tried to
including
be
a lack of desire to
breatharian
take drugs
for
anymore
about
as you
20
achieve the state
minutes.
you were using them for. In fact, this whole section is full of such statements. All your problems will be gone instantly as you start thinking in solutions rather than problems. And here's one that crops up on other parts of the site as well. Your social anxiety or depression will gradually fade away, which will naturally improve your ability to find a partner. In fact, of the 91 testimonials listed on the site, which includes a mix of both volunteers from the group as well as others that have clicked around the world, we found that 42 of them made some reference to clicking being a solution to either depression, anxiety, social isolation, or low self-esteem. It's also worth noting here that the average age across these testimonials was just over 21 years old.
What?
These sentiments were also echoed by Bumaza regularly throughout this period, and often in much, much stronger terms.
People can come over here. We have a building, we provide everything. People can come over here, work together with us to change the fucking world. And the first thing, obviously, is spreading this awareness. Because when people have this awareness, they just start working and making a difference and having an impact. And the funny thing, you'd feel more stable and more in balance with yourself than ever. If you're depressed, depression is gone. You know depression? You deserve depression. After knowing this, you deserve it. Because your depression is merely you being attached to how you feel and your own experience. If you chase your own experience, knowing that it kills people, your inaction, then maybe you deserve it.
As I said before, Bumaza and his group don't seem to
What
be
the fuck?
or clicking.
I deserve depression, creamy papa.
A couple of years there, it was a.
Okay, like honestly, I guess that might be true for you. I don't know. That's fair. I don't mean it. Depression is a choice confirmed. See, yeah, it's like one of those, like, it's like that same philosophy that got super fucking popular, like, around this time. Like, I don't know. And this is the same, like, type of direction that Nexium took as well. Like, all of your emotions are a choice. You have the choice to feel how you want to feel. It's all about being in control of your emotions. Nobody can make you feel anything. You feel that way. And you are the one who's in control of your emotions. And like, I think so many people really did buy into that. I mean, is trauma a choice too? I mean, what is it that they say? Like, I've heard so many different fucking things. I know, like, the Mormon church, like, the Mormon church is one that believes, like, if bad things happen to you, it's probably because of, like, I don't know, something unholy that you did, or something that could have been unholy that your mother did, or father did. It's fucking weird. Yeah, it's fucking weird. I chose to be traumatized by religion. Yeah. I don't know. Very, very weird that he's actually calling this a religion too, because it seems more of like one of those self-help, like, workshop things that were super popular. That's what Nexium was. It's easy to say when you have a cushy life. Not everyone has the resources to be mentally stable. Oh yeah, exactly. I get so irritated by people who like say shit like that. Like telling a person who's severely depressed, like, oh, well, all you need to do is exercise, is like the biggest, like, it's so tone deaf. It's like that, like, whenever you're severely depressed, the last thing you're gonna do is going to fucking get up and exercise. Like, it's so stupid, the shit people say. All you have to do is exercise. You just need to go outside. It's like, that's not true. Like, okay, those things help, but you can't just go out and do them. That's like, I don't think people understand how much of a big step that is for people who really suffer from depression. The Jehovah's Witness website has some amazing propaganda in the form of soap operas. They're kind of amazing. We might have to watch those. I did a past life regression, and I found out that one of my past selves went against the church. Maybe that's why I have religious trauma. I will simply stop being traumatized now. Real talk, I feel like if mental health education was taught in these schools, sort of cults would not be able to become as popular as they do. I don't know, because I think a lot of the time people, like, nobody goes and joins a cult. That's what they all say, right? Like, you go and join a movement, which is very, very empowering. Like, that feels empowering, the thought of joining a movement. That's what these people who get wrapped up into this, like, that's what they think that they're getting, but they're not. And hey, Igashi, we're watching, have you heard of this guy? He's like literally an incel, like an I word. His name is Athene. He was a YouTuber who played World of Warcraft, and he like started a cult, I guess, like a religious community.
Huge deal for this group and their audience.
Everybody that hasn't clicked, you guys are prisoners of your own prison.
And evidence of the more extreme ways in which they went about that promotion are still evident here as well. There's a section on Logic Nation titled Help and Guidance, which includes the testimonials themselves, as well as a guide to adopting logic as your core value.
Wait,
but
is he
also
just on Wikipedia?
Numerous links to videos of dead children, their bodies being held close by grieving family members. Bumaza would regularly talk about how his audience, through their inaction, were responsible for such tragedies, and aggressively presented his selfless clique, his ideology, as a viable solution.
Every day you go about your life without doing something about the cruelty, you're responsible for the death and the suffering. You are responsible. And that is what selfless clicking is. You are bullshitting yourself because you don't want to see the simple facts. You don't want to.
I'm sorry. That is sort of like, that's so harmful. Oh my god. Guys,
you're hiding behind your comfort bubble, but it's killing people. And if you have any kind of moral compass whatsoever, you should really feel a lot of guilt about it.
I'm sorry, this is fucking like laughable.
And that's the reason why we live in this shit.
I can't believe this.
Because everybody
This is so...
values their experience more than anything. You are part of all the suffering in the world, and for what?
There was also a recurring theme of marketing both the clique and the volunteer program towards people, usually men, who wanted to find themselves a partner.
Oh, Zanny the Nanny! Oh my god, you're literally a legend here! Zanny the Nanny, what is up?
In the context, she's a volunteer within this group and is on a live stream with him, talking about how she'd like more women to think about volunteering to the group. This is his response.
Yeah, but it's gonna happen. All these guys are gonna get laid with logic pussy. You guys get it? If you never got, pussy, like, there will be pussy for everyone here. Pussy for everyone. Because at a certain point we can't add more people, but we can add girls because there's going to be room for girls because they can sleep both in one room when they are together, right?
And here he is again later on in that same stream.
Like in the future, like in the next year or two, it will be so omnipresent, girls will really want to click, and a guy can literally walk into a bar, say, "Hey girl, I'm going to make you click." And she's like, "Did you click?" "Yeah." Like,
wait,
for
what
real?
does this
Yeah,
mean? What is this click?
For real,
what the fuck does click
The woman
mean?
he's sitting next to doesn't appear visibly uncomfortable with what he's saying, although of course that doesn't mean that she isn't. But also, Bumaza is the face of the Singularity group, and the reason many people join in the first place. His words carry weight, and this can be a problem, particularly when he is talking about women.
Once the game comes out and such, and we're popular, then you're gonna have all these girls wanting to come over, because what girls love is they love safety, they love power, they love control, they love that stuff. And if we are becoming very powerful and rich and everything, it's like, yeah, people will just want to be part of this place. It's how it works. I think the place will be flooded by girls, because we will also give them priority. Because if we hit a certain cap, I mean, couples, we have place for 49 rooms can also sustain 49 couples, and every single girl that came over, well, almost every single girl, not all of them,
is this a fanfic? I don't...
ends up hooking up. So we just have a few extra rooms, and when girls come over,
I have no idea what's about to happen. I have no idea.
they just find a partner and that's it, you know.
During one stream in mid-2016, Bumaza ran an event in which he pitted two women against each other to raise money, not for charity, but for themselves. It was a competition to see who could earn the most individually, with Bumaza sat in the middle, encouraging his audience to donate to their favourite woman. These donations were accompanied by a message written by the person donating and were usually read aloud on the stream. Here are just some examples of the messages sent by Bumaza's audience during this stream. Again, in the interest of keeping the identities of these women private, we're going to be using fake names Emily and Sam. Emily, you're a failed abortion. His birth certificate is an apology from a condom factory. That blonde bitch is dumb, but I would still fuck her hard. Still, Emily's tits look very nice in that push-up bra. Sam, I would grab your long hair and force you down on all fours, stick my massive cock up in your ass while groping on those big tits with my other hand. Not only did Bumaza encourage this to continue, he also contributed his own comments from time to time.
Don't talk cash. Nice songs. Maybe they'll give you a little jig. I don't know. I will see. Maybe they'll give you some nice moves. Maybe they'll start competing with the moves. Maybe you guys, will get some nice show. She's having some nice dance, nice moves. You're just sitting here like, in defeat. You gotta show that when you get the cash, you get really nice moves. You can always give me a kiss on the cheek. Cheat, 500 pounds, easy. You gave me a kiss on the cheek when you came and said hi to me. They're already growing towards each other. This is really nice. At the end, I think they will just, get together or something. I don't know. You guys, will end up empty-handed. How does that work? You made more than you've ever made in your life. So, like at least, enjoy the life. Get the energy going. I take care of my girl. That's why she stays here. She do the same. See all that cash? For $200, I'd be dancing for an hour. Like I got two girls here. You're not the kind of girl, the feminazi kind of girl, right?
When I asked Bumaza about this stream, he told me that both women had enjoyed it and made good money as a result. More recently, he's also shared his views on what he sees as the biological differences between men and women on a live stream last year.
Shut up.
But it makes sense. Women don't need to be resourceful. Women need to be manipulative, while men have to be resourceful. That's how biology works.
Wait, this guy still has a channel?
So they literally become masters at it. For me, it's quite a realization, because it allows me to understand that, it just allows me to understand how, it allows me to understand better about genders. I will give you guys a really good example, right?
We're waiting.
When a girl is with a guy, right, she already knows whether she wants to stay with him or not, whether she settles with him or not. And if she doesn't, she just uses him to really get what she wants, and then she moves on. And that's all fine. To me, that's just mind-boggling. I cannot relate with that.
This was followed up with a discussion on Discord afterwards. These shows are usually referred to as the after party and are marketed as the uncensored version of what has just been discussed on the Twitch stream itself.
Wait, there's an uncensored version of that.
Challenged what Bumaza had just said. You can't just generalize. I know girls that are really innocent and just in shitty relationships. Here's what
As a biologist, I am confused.
You can't just generalize girls. I know girls that are in really innocent and in shitty relationships. It's because it doesn't work. Their spiel doesn't work. You have to understand Girls only do this when it works. So when you are the kind of guy that pleases, you're being taken advantage of more and more, and it has no ceiling. It just keeps going until you're completely, it's really fascinating.
Poor man.
Girls have evolved to be emotional manipulation machines. It's really, that is quite fascinating for me. And if you truly understand it, it just stops working, because if a guy would try to pull that to another guy, a guy would just laugh in his face. But a girl can get away with it because a guy channels it through, she, is more fragile, she's more vulnerable, I have to take care of her. And that's why
we're the fragile ones.
Has this weak spot, blind spot that can be completely, twisted.
2018 was also the year in which one of the women volunteering at the group decided to leave for the second time after having already left once and then returned in the past.
It seems like he gets no viewers. What the fuck? How did he have a deal with poker stars?
We're not going to use footage from the live stream that she recorded, as we wish to protect her identity, but here is a quote from that stream, and it's worth noting that she was crying as she said this. I don't even want to talk about his place and how he's tricking you into a good place and how he completely emotionally uses people. If I'm a healthy person and you're a healthy person, you would never make me feel like this. You would never make me feel like I don't know what I owe you. You would never make me feel like I'm less worthy than you. Not just that, you would not make me feel as a guy. I can tell again, in some way it was my fault. I went back and I knew who he is, and I somehow just expected something different. I don't know what I expected, like suddenly things change or whatever. I can complain about the trauma I get there and how I was humiliated and constantly making me feel like I was unworthy.
Wait, this is the girl. Oh, I'm so sorry.
So I can let go.
For a second I thought this was the dude.
All of this psychological abuse and gaslighting, constant, is not okay. He cannot get away with it. It's not okay. It's not okay to do these things. That's not why I feel like there's something wrong with me, and that's why I can't even stream normally and express myself, because in some way I'm afraid. What is wrong with me? Since recording this in April of last year, she's now deleted the stream and returned to live and work with the group. According to Reese Layson, a long-term collaborator of Mars and the person officially running the Singularity group, the true nature of her reaction at the time was multi-layered. On one end, she felt like she was owed money, and as she was very outspoken about it on her stream, Athene was considering to make Twitch aware of it. This resulted in the chat spamming that Athene would ban her in her chat, and resulted in the Twitch
Oh my god, is that Princess Nokia?
Fail and clipped out.
Princess Nokia, you can call me on my cellular. I honestly, we stand Princess Nokia. I can't even pretend.
Context, so it looked like Athene was some kind of monster, even though when looking at the full VOD, there was much more context to it. The thing is, we have seen the full VOD for ourselves, and although we agree that there is clearly a problem between the volunteer and Bimaza regarding money, or cryptocurrency specifically, we find it extremely difficult to believe that this is all the volunteer is talking about when she speaks of him completely emotionally abusing people, or the trauma, humiliation, and feeling of being unworthy that she experienced. Over the last year or so, we've contacted this volunteer multiple times, hoping to ask what she was referring to, but she has declined to be interviewed. We're also concerned by a quote from Bimaza on a live stream that he recorded on the very same day.
I know she's talking a lot about emotional abuse, and the thing is that it's not the first time that I've been accused of that by her.
I just can't believe that.
And last time I was very reflective about it, and well, maybe I was.
What?
So what I did was
oh my god, West Texas.
West Texas 915 man just resubscribed for 7 months. I am honored, Queen.
Oh my god, 7 months. I'm honored. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. I actually do have a 5G phone. Coughing will stop with the next hit. I always cough. I don't know. Sorry, thank you, West Texas 915. But yeah, I have the new 5G iPhone, whatever. And I don't know. I've tried streaming from my phone and I think it did okay. But yeah, I don't think 5G is what it's supposed to be. Like, I don't even want to say this. Like, I know it's not actually. Yeah. Well, I really needed a new phone. I had like the iPhone 8, so I needed a new one desperately. So I got the 12, and I think I just got like the regular one because from what I read, there wasn't any benefits really. Like it wasn't any better. I heard the COVID vaccine is actually a receptor for 5G. So you should put your phone on your arm to charge the 5G. I can try. We'll give it a shot. But, like, what's the fucking Elon Musk, sorry, you know, what's his new fucking internet that he just came out with? Like, and I only know this because I fucking saw... No, I literally saw it in the fucking sky, and it scared the shit out of me. Hold on. Starlink, yes. Hold on. I was like, oh my fuck, like, you know, like, I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere, and I was actually in the middle of a fucking cornfield. Like, I happened to be way out in the middle of a cornfield, and that's not even a lie. I was like down, I'm not gonna say where, but like there's like some trails near my house and stuff that I can go down, but you have to like go down like a cornfield, whatever. Let me just show you. This literally, I was like, whenever I saw this, I was like, nobody would even believe me if I told them this. I was like, nobody would ever even believe me. Because I really thought it was aliens.
So, ich wünsche einen schönen guten Morgen. Heute ist der 25.3. Es ist früher morgens. 8 Minuten.
Where the fuck?
Und Satelliten wieder am Himmel. Wow, sind die hell.
You're not, okay, there it is.
Die sind gestern erst gestartet. Oh, wieder 60 auf einmal.
Hey, how's your day going? Good, good so far.
Hell über den Himmel. Und schon flott sind die unterwegs.
You see when you're an asset? I was just like, nobody will ever believe me, but I just saw that. And then I ended up looking it up, and it's like, whatever, it's like some sort of thing that Elon Musk is working on. It's developing a low latency, broadband internet system to meet the needs of consumers across the globe. So, like, basically it would be like you would have internet anywhere. It's supposed to work for phones too, as far as I understand. Whatever. Anyway, we'll see. I don't really believe in anything he says. It's honestly, it's Elizabeth Holmes, like, level. We'll be real. He's gonna put those all across the world and stop all technology and nuke the whole world. It costs like $150 per month though. Can you imagine if you had Wi-Fi everywhere though? You wouldn't even really have to pay for cell phone service, right? Because you could just use like whatever Wi-Fi all the time. So, no, I don't know if it would save money. Whatever. Okay, let's go back to the cult doc.
People say it's not the case, so.
It's supposed to be.
Because I'm always skeptical, you know. I'm not the kind of guy that says like, oh yeah, I'm perfect and this and that and deny. Maybe if she says I'm a psychopath, right? Maybe I am.
Okay.
There's a chance, right?
$500 to get started.
But then I just look at the reality and I measure and I see
it's like,
it's correct.
You know, we just,
when I
it's
get
kind of the
evidence
idea of supporting him.
Case, you know?
We're not remotely satisfied by the answer. The man accused of emotional abuse should not be the one who gets to then decide whether or not those accusations are indeed valid. nor have we been satisfied by any public statements this group has ever made regarding what happened here. Bumaza has openly talked in the past about manipulating people, even lying outright for the greater good. Is that what was going on here?
I always want to do what is right, even if it goes at the cost of myself. And that is why people trust me. That's why people came over here, because I always do what is right. The problem is that what was doing what is right is defined by your understanding, and sometimes you can think something is right while it's not right. So me manipulating people and really pushing the right buttons, I thought it was the right thing to do because it helped the bigger picture. It helped more people, you know. So for me, it was nothing wrong to push buttons, to manipulate people, to do whatever, to lie to people. It didn't matter because I knew in the bigger context, it helps kids. I always thought I respected other people's needs because if they have food, if they have a roof above their head, they can change the world, right? All these other emotional needs or whatever, I mean, come on, man. You just use your understanding, you overcome that shit, right? Thing is, though, it doesn't work like that. And it's because of that missing piece of information that I was treating people really in a way that was damaging them because I didn't truly take their needs into account. And that is where most of the disconnect was here because people knew that I had good intent because I wasn't doing it for myself. But since I was still using them in order to gain for the benefit of the world, since there was no connection with this contribution need, with this bigger picture, they really felt like, in a sense, taken advantage of, even though it was very hard for them to place, and as a result, they channeled it through themselves. They blamed themselves. They said, like, this guy only tries to do good, and I'm obviously fucking up like crazy.
Honestly,
so that's why this environment could be quite traumatic.
Holy fuck, should I have just watched the Osmond Gold one? Oh my god. I would actually rather hear Osmond than this dude.
She is not a part anymore, and I wish she never will be again. You can ask me questions if you want. That caught us by surprise. We didn't realise that she'd left again, and so we asked him why he hoped his sister wouldn't return to live with the group. He explained, she is different. She was more progressive before, more happy. And what happened to her there, in my opinion, is a crime. I asked if that was because he thought she'd be manipulated. He responded, we all do that in some ways, but it's not just manipulate, it's controlling someone. He knows how people live in our country and what their money is for. He knew that she was bad financially, and he used that whenever she didn't play the way he played. He knew her appearance was important, so he kept telling her that she would grow old and ugly. He used various things to make her insecure, and money is one way for sure. He knew she was not financially secure. He told me that she was afraid Bumaza would come to their hometown and convince her to come back, something he had done once before. I asked if his sister had ever been in a relationship with Bumaza, and he told me yes. She followed him years back before he answered her message. She probably idolized him. He later clarified that he wasn't sure about the relationship. At this point, I asked him if he could pass on a message from us. Here's what we wrote in that message.
Oh my god.
Hi, my name is Chris Bratt, and I'm a British journalist investigating Bashir Bumaza, aka Athene, and the group he's put together in Force Germany. Having spoken to a number of people who have since left that group, I understand you might be suspicious that I am somehow working for Athene, or not to be trusted. I'll provide some proof as to who I am at the end of this message. Hopefully that helps. I've been investigating Athene and his compound, and that's what some people refer to the building as, for the last year after I became concerned that he may be abusing his position and using it to manipulate young and vulnerable people. I've heard stories about him being extremely difficult to live and work with. I've also been told that anyone who disagrees with him in the compound is made to feel isolated and worthless. A number of people had told me that he uses money, both real and cryptocurrency, to control people within the group. When someone says they intend to leave, for example, he may threaten to take back any cryptocurrency they own. We'll get onto that part later in the video. All of this sounds like very manipulative behaviour, and I'm hoping that by putting together my story, I can help prevent more people from being harmed. I don't want more young and impressionable people to end up moving to his compound and having their lives ruined. I'm hoping that you feel the same. As I mentioned, I've been working on this story for a long time, and will be publishing at some point in the near future. However, I can really use your help. You seem to have had a very close relationship with Athene, and by the sounds of it, you've been helped by him more than anyone else as well. I really need your help to tell this story and make sure nobody else gets hurt. I understand you probably don't want to talk about Athene right now, but with your help, we can make a difference here. If you think you can help us tell people about what's been really happening at Athene's compound, please do get in touch. I'm sure you have concerns about your privacy, and I'm very willing to discuss that with you. We don't need to use your real name or show your face, or anything that might give away your identity. If you prefer we didn't, I want to help, I promise that. Thanks. And it was at this point that we unwittingly became a major part of the story. 4 days after sending that message, I received the following tweets from the volunteer who we'd contacted. They read, I don't find it okay that you keep contacting my family and friends. I told you I don't want to talk to you. People message me about the mails you send them with me being abused. I don't feel okay with you spreading my VOD I deleted. I don't want to have anything to do with your hit piece. Your message to me is filled with lies, and I don't want you to use anything from me in your video. Everyone that contacts me because of your lies, I will tell them the truth that I told you to leave me alone, as your message feels very manipulative to me. This was quickly followed by tweets from several other members of the group, including Bumaza, Layson, Tanya DeVoe, Bumaza's partner of 20 years, and Meryl Magadassi, who's a consultant for Save the Children and is currently staying with the group in Germany. That night, Bumaza recorded a live stream alongside the volunteer who had evidently returned to join the group once again.
Is because this is pretty serious. I mean, if this guy would make a sensational hit piece filled with fucking lies, I see it very easily live its own life and create a lot of bullshit. Even if I would fuck her, that's none of your business. Just bullshit, and you would figure that out immediately by talking to the people, which you did.
Okay.
You didn't give a shit about that. You don't care about the truth. You just care about your hit piece, and that's why you were off. You were off. Because a girl that is crying, gets people to immediately be on your side. Doesn't matter any of the context or whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. Even though we gave you the context, it's actually a disgrace to journalism. You're still welcome to come and check out the place. But we will have our own camera crew following you because you're the kind of journalist that doesn't give a shit about facts. And if you can warp shit, you will be doing it. So we will have everything on tape. So if you take any shit out of context, as you have already been doing, trying to get some stupid, narrow, like just some really low blow hit piece at the cost of what? It's like that.
You know what this is kind of reminding me of? The Destiny Casey hit piece era. Sorry.
What you're writing is
I don't think I'll ever not hear hit piece again without thinking of that.
You know it for a fact. You've talked to people. You know it. Why do you do that? You know it's going to affect what we are doing. You know that too. You don't give a shit about that either. You're just trying to, desperately get some clicks on your YouTube channel to be a little bit, to get a little bit of spotlight.
Oh yeah.
Building on lies, literally, calling people, messaging people.
More hits on my YouTube channel, yeah.
Well, if he wants to do that.
Oh yeah. How can I do that?
We'll see how you feel as well. When he comes over, maybe you go like, don't feel like doing this shit.
I'm sorry, this guy's horrible.
We can see what happens if he decides to come over here.
Holy
whether you feel like it or not,
it's all about the clicks. I still don't understand what the click means.
Of constructing a hit piece, of manipulating sources, of harassing volunteers, and of threatening
charity work being
done. We also invited, again, this time much more publicly, to come and visit the group for ourselves, enforced, but warned that when we did, they would also...
It's always Florida. It's literally always Florida. It's always Florida.
I contacted the volunteer's brother one final time to ask if he'd seen what was happening, and he told me that he'd spoken to his sister and decided that things he told us were actually based on anger and prejudice, not facts. He also explained that he'd now decided to apply to join the group himself as he wanted to be a developer and it was difficult to find a job doing that in his country. 3 days after that message, he sent another. I had wrong information. Don't use anything I told you as it is not truth. If you do, I will show you a liar. We were then informed that our original plan
you're talking about the Church's Scientology?
Was to be postponed till at least the game that they were working on had been completed, and instead we were offered an interview with Bumaza live on his Twitch stream for all to see. The group was also reaching out to its press contacts, they told us, and that Save the Children was being asked if they'd be interested in publishing a joint press release surrounding the interview. Quote Layson here, the angle being how fake news and cancel culture
get around. He also had a whole stream with a few streams with what's his name.
The whole thing was described to us as being a massive event for the group, which made us feel uncomfortable given the topics we'd hoped to discuss, but it seemed to be the only way we'd be able to ask the questions we wanted to ask. And finally, the interview with Bumaza would only take place if we agreed to one final stipulation. The first 20 minutes of the stream were to be set aside for a discussion on fake news, cancel culture, and why our investigation was a sham. Well, I say discussion, it would turn out that for the entirety of these 20 minutes, I was in fact muted.
But if a CNN reporter would email an ex-cabinet member of Trump and say, please help me, stop Trump from hurting people and such, he'd get fired.
Muted, and also nicely framed by quotes taken from my message entirely without context. You can find a link to the entire thing, including this bit,
screenshotted
but also
all
the
your
interview
pics.
itself, in our video description. The only edits that we've made are to mute the name,
can
upload
you
the
send me
identity of the
money?
volunteer. Everything else is there for you to watch in its entirety. And yeah, if you do watch it, you'll see that this ended up being, by some distance, the most hostile interview
If you're
I've ever had,
screenshotting
which I
all my
suppose shouldn't have
pics,
been
I
much of a
want money
surprise,
for it.
given this comment from Layson just before it started.
You can just own
All
my
right,
photos.
so I'll bring in a theme.
Okay, thank you.
All right, cool. Again, I want to, just to be clear to the viewers as well, like, we are not exactly thrilled with the way that Chris went about displaying journalistic integrity. Athene will put as much effort in his presence and approach, but he will give extensive, honest, in-depth replies to his questions.
Despite this, I pressed on as best I could. One of the early questions we had for Bumaza involved something he'd said in that first live stream in which he'd called out our investigation in relation to the volunteer that we'd attempted to contact.
Hold on, guys, I need
Even
to
if I would
take a moment
fuck
really
her,
quick.
that's none of your business.
Relationships, even in a much more standard...
Look. Baby, you're cute. Listen, I appreciate that you say that you would pay, because women deserve to be paid for, you know, the sex work that they do. So thank you. I appreciate that, because, you know, as you should know that you should have to pay. However, the old mange down there, my mange, she's just like not in the shape for that. She's been beaten past recognition, and I would hate to mislead somebody. So it's just like, I don't know, like I feel like that would be wrong. Yeah, no, I've been drilled, exactly. I've been pounded by hundreds, thousands maybe. But thank you for saying that you would pay. I appreciate the gesture. However, I still do think that you owe me for the actual screenshots of just my face. But I want to say something else. I feel like this is an odd time to make the offer, considering what we're watching. It's getting really weird, like in this documentary, and we're talking about an SA, like they're talking about a sexual assault. And I just don't think that you're, being very thoughtful in the moment. And, I forgive you for that, but like maybe next time, just think next time. You know what I mean? Thank you. I never said that, bestie.
Workplace and this one can pose all sorts of ethical issues. Like, for example, if you're dating a subordinate and you have the power to do things like give them a raise or sign off on their holiday requests or make them redundant, your relationship is going to end up being a factor. It needs to be considered. And so the reason we're interested in whether or not Bumaza had any relationship with a volunteer here is because there's an even more unusual power dynamic to consider. They all live and work in the same building, with absolutely everything being paid for by money that is raised largely by Bumaza himself. The religion they're all a part of is sometimes referred to as Athenism, and the video advertising the volunteer program is literally called Come and Work with Athene. He's not just some...
Are you a sub or a dom, Holly? Well, I have subs, don't I? Any subbers? Any subbers? I'm sorry. I'm being too much. But I have subs.
Guy in this setup, he's the guy. So we want to know if any of that.
Thank you, Mansion.
Mansion has just resubscribed for 11 months. Time for my smack.
Thank you for the 11 months. Oh my gosh. We were watching this like Ace, or fucking Ace, I don't know why I said that. this Vice documentary, and she was like talking about her subs, and it was just like weird to hear it like being used in that way. And fuck on Silk. On
one of your live streams, you were sitting next to a volunteer that was a woman, and you said, I think directed at me, even if I would fuck her, that's none of your business. Why did you say that?
Because it's true. I mean, like, I can do whatever I want in my private life, and that doesn't concern you. I mean, if I tell you, do you cheat on your girlfriend or on your wife? I say like, do you have any romantic relationship with anyone, Chris? Tell me, please.
The
How
difference
is it about
being
your parents? How is their relationship going? Can you tell me
the
about
difference
that?
being here that I think the difference being here is that these volunteers, you can potentially have a big impact on their day-to-day lives. You could, you are paying for their for them to stay there, their food. A lot of them are sort of fans of your work. A number of them have invested in your cryptocurrency. You could kick them out of the compound potentially if you wanted to. So I'm just asking about this because
even when it comes down
oh my god, and he's also running a crypto scam, I bet.
It's not even a decision that I make. When it comes down to people getting kicked out, it's only for security threat. Because at the end of the day, like, why would you kick someone out? I mean, if they're here and they're doing their best in any shape or form, I mean, what would be the reason to kick them out? Yeah. It's not like I'm running the show. That's the thing. You're trying to make it sound like I'm the one bossing everybody around in the compound, while Reese is the one that has literally all the he's the one that owns everything. So you're like, this question, what you should ask about romanticism or whatever, you should have asked this to Reese when you had the chance, because he's the one that is in this power position, not me. Why are you asking these questions to me? Well, Reese would be even more interesting for you to ask these questions. I don't get it.
I guess because there's a number of things that make it particularly worth asking you about. One, we have had someone come out and talk about psychological abuse in relation to yourself.
Well, that person clearly even came here earlier telling you she doesn't want you to talk about these things, and you're still doing it. It seems you don't really care about how she feels, does it, Chris?
I'm just saying
look in the camera, please, and look in my eyes. Do you actually care about her?
Of course I do. I'm just stating that is
respect her wishes. Do you want her to come back inside and tell you, man, can you please shut up about these things? I don't want you to talk about it. You're hurting me, or you don't care about it at all.
I suppose the question I really want to hear answered is: do you think it would be there would be an ethical issue with you having a romantic relationship with one of your volunteers?
Oh no, of course not.
You don't think it would be ethical?
Just as much as it's not, just as much as it's not wrong if Reese would have a relationship with someone here or anyone here. I mean, like, what is it? Do you think that we tell people who they can have relationships with or not? Of course, I don't have any issues with people having a romantic relationship here. That sounds crazy.
I'm talking about you specifically. You are in a position of power, clearly. That people listen to you.
Reese is in a bigger position of power than I am. Why didn't you ask these questions to Reese? Didn't you hear what he said? Or you don't care about Reese because he's not, enough of a low-hanging fruit for your little article? Like, come on, man, Chris. You want to ask these questions about power? Do I have to call Reese back in so he can answer these questions?
This is sister.
But I'm not asking Reese. I'm asking you. And
yeah, but he's in a bigger position of power than me. He can kick me out tomorrow. So you should ask him, because he is my boss in a sense.
This would become a recurring theme throughout our interview with Bumaza, who rarely admitted to having any power himself and often deflected the responsibility he may have onto someone else within the group. From here, we moved on to Bumaza's views more generally on women. I asked him whether he felt it was appropriate to run a stream like the one involving the two women who'd received donation messages like, "You're a failed abortion whose birth certificate is an apology from a condom factory."
The streamer that will hear that, he's trying to interview about the alerts that show up when someone donates, and he's trying to pull you down for that. That sounds like that's a really, really shitty attempt. And also, had a good love. They made some good money. If you can go to a streamer and say like, "Hey, I want to donate you $500, but I want to say some titties and sucking in the message. Can I do so?" They would say like, "Give it to me all you want and say whatever you fuck you want in your message, because these $500 will do much more better than some virgin on the internet trying to get a response of a girl." So you cannot make me responsible for these things that are being said. That's really Okay, I gotta, you know, like, gotta try a little bit harder. What's the next thing?
It's also worth pointing out that it wasn't just the Twitch chat that had things to say about the two women during the stream. These are some quotes from you. She can't help it that she has big tits, though. When one of the women says, "I'm not about dancing on the stream for money," sorry, Athene, you respond with, "You're not the feminazi kind of girl, right?" You said, "They're already growing closer. This is nice. I think at the end they will just get together or something." And finally, maybe they'll give you a little jig. I don't know. Maybe they'll give you some nice moves. Maybe they'll start competing with the moves. Maybe you guys will get some nice show. My question is, do you think there's a problem with anything that you said there?
Well, Chris, just as much as I don't think there's a problem with, you know, the show of Stick and Stones in the context of humor, as long the girls were feeling comfortable with it, and it was just for the show, whatever. It's not because in these 3 years we've become a lot more politically correct that these things cannot be said. There's a lot of stuff that I would love to, you know, do and say nowadays in the environment of humor. But I can't. Like, I literally had to shut down my own YouTube channel, even though people loved it. People loved my humor. And it's this kind of bullshit that is the reason why I had to shut it down, because I can't even make jokes anymore.
Right.
I can talk about, you know, jiggling tits or whatever the fuck if it's in the context of making a joke and people laughing. Why do we have to be so goddamn serious? I have a lot of respect for women, and the most, actually way more than you. You know why? Let me tell you why. I care about women because I know when they have a child and they have to bury that child, it's the biggest pain a woman can go through. Do you know that's one of the reasons why I go out of my way to save lives? Because of that, I respect women. I respect mothers more than anything. Because I know they have to, you know, they have to carry a lot of pain, and I put that into action, not trying to make hit pieces and try to put someone like me down. Do you know how much good I do in the world? And then you're trying to portray me as some kind of, I don't know, some misogynistic guy, while I'm very respectful to women.
With that in mind, we asked him about his comments about women being emotionally manipulative machines.
Like, let me tell you something. First of all, I love my mother more than anyone.
My God,
when it comes down to my personal relationships with women, I also treat them with respect and the way I would like to be treated myself. Aside from what my experiences have taught me. And when it comes down to my experiences,
they have babies, right?
Like what you're saying right now, right, about emotional manipulative.
Well, because babies die is what he was saying. Like when a woman has to bury
she told
her
me,
child,
like, yeah, like they're very, you know, very talented
like,
at
that's not
pushing
supposed
the right
to
buttons.
happen
I can
for
say
one.
everything you just said
What is he?
in different words, and then you would just even agree with me.
I guess that's
the
about
difference
his
is that you're trying
work.
to, you know, make it sound like I'm this evil guy, and you use like certain very emotional loaded words because that's your intent, that's your agenda. You don't care about the truth. You truly know how. You truly know that there is no fire. You know
We're
it,
watching.
You don't care. Is it because you got triggered with my real talk at one point and you were watching the stream? I don't know, man.
His
But
name
like,
is
honestly,
Athene.
like,
I guess he was
if you try to
pretty
make me look bad, and
popular
that's your
on
intent,
World
and
of
that's the only thing you
Warcraft. I
care
guess
about,
he
and
was
that's what you tunnel vision
the,
on. Like, why do you even need my response?
you know,
Just
number
make your piece and say whatever
one
the fuck
paladin
you
in the
want. That's how
world.
it
I
works
think
anyway.
that's
Why do you even want to hear me respond to
But
any of
he
your
had a
claims? Because I can
cult.
talk you under the table for each one of them.
I don't.
You know what
or
you're doing.
he still
It's
does.
like when I say like, oh yeah, emotional, manipulative, this and that, and like, oh yeah, the way you say it in the tone or whatever the fuck. Like when it comes down to relationships,
Oh yeah, Athene was pretty big on Twitch.
Between
Was
man
he
and woman,
really?
or whatever,
Like I
right?
had never
about trying
heard
to
of this
understand
person.
it's not about, you know, finding labels and judging. It's about understanding.
I mean, it
understanding
definitely
nature,
seems like
understanding where we
Twitch,
came
you
from,
know,
understanding why we work,
5
how
years
we
ago
work.
would
And the thing is,
definitely be a place for
there is
him.
nothing wrong about trying to figure it out. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. I'm not trying to just to say these things as absolutes at all. It's just my ability or my way of trying to understand. And there is differences between women and men, even though I believe they're fundamentally equal. There is differences, and the way a woman grows up and the way a man grows up is fundamentally different. And it's just for me very fascinating to see how the world and how a woman experiences the world is so different that I can't even relate to it. I can't even understand it. You know, you make a pretty good case about emotional manipulation use, so maybe I should review it and also, you know, add Chris to that equation.
He used to be pretty normal and funny. Oh, that's sad.
And
He's
the
fucking
extent to which
horrible.
you go, even now on the stream getting exposed and stuff, I gotta say, I didn't know that you would go to that extent, but keep on going. You can keep going. What's your next thing? Let's go.
I don't think you...
Like, what?
again answered my question there. So I'm pointing out that this stuff that you say, you obviously have an audience that listens
People
to
really
you
fall from grace.
and takes
I
what
think
you say
it's,
very
like,
seriously. So much
also
so
whenever
that people come
your
and
ego is fed
join
to
your group
that
and work with you.
degree,
They are
really,
do you not feel you have a
change.
responsibility when you say something like
if
it's
I
quite
mean,
fascinating how girls are evolved to be
clearly, whenever
emotionally
you're being told that you're,
manipulative
like, the
machines,
best
which
in
is
the
just something
world,
you
and
said.
have,
I'm not
like, a
taking that out of
huge
context.
following, I think it gets
You have an
to your
audience that is listening
head.
to that, an audience of mostly
Like,
guys, but some
this
women who are
guy
going to
clearly,
hear that and
he
internalize
started a
it
fucking
because it's you saying
church
it.
and started
Do you not
his
think there's a
own
problem with
theory
that?
of everything.
The way
like,
you are
help.
bringing it up is like as I'm stating
Like,
it
what a
as an
fucking
absolute truth.
freak.
For me, it's like if I'm being told by someone that this is how they operate, then I find it very baffling, and I talk and I share about it on the stream because that's what real talk is. I talk about controversial topics all the time. If Destiny says it's fine to fuck your mom, like in order to for the rhetorical reason or whatever the fuck, I mean, like, are you gonna say like, hey,
What? Huh? What is he talking about? What is he referencing? I'm sorry, hold on. I'm sorry, guys. What is he referencing? What does he mean? If Destiny, what? Says what? Did he say that? Was that said? He said it's okay to consummate with your mom? Or did he say it? What did he mean? Like, I don't understand. Okay. You know, I know he's from the Midwest, but it's wild. You know, it's Midwest, you know. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I just was confused. I was wondering if anybody had any
all these kids are watching you, and these mothers are watching you. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna go to their mother and say like, hey, can I fuck you? Like, seriously, man, this is what real talk is about. You can't take this out of context and make it sound like, oh yeah, you gotta go and like all these vulnerable people. Like, what I'm doing to people that watch me is make them think for themselves. That's literally the first thing I say all the time. Think for yourself critically and don't believe everything I say. And I do know that it's not that simple. Like, you're putting it in that context because, you know, you take it out of context again. But hey, nothing is new here. But like, on top of that, when it comes down to that, like, I don't think they're just emotional manipulation machines. And I wouldn't even call it manipulation. I would just say they have been evolved way more to be emotionally capable of being able to get what they want. And that's how it works. And that is because that's what I've been told. And is there anything wrong to throw that out there and read people's comments and debate about it? Are you going to tell me what topics I can or cannot debate? Like, it just makes absolutely no sense. The way you're trying to portray me as misogynistic ain't gonna fly either. Every single girl here would vow against it, and even I think all girls except one, the one that scammed me, would say the same. They would say I treat them with respect more than anything.
I'm sorry.
So don't try to put these things out of context, honestly, because it's not in line with reality, and it won't fly either. I actually wonder what you're gonna do, by the way, with the docu. Are you going to just make all these quotes and not even give me the
haircut?
I see you do that, man. Oh man, if you do any kind of defamation or whatever, like, I will not just sit by and do nothing. I will actually respond to that and make sure that people know what you're trying to do.
Who is this guy again?
It's crazy, but I think at this point, I don't even know if it's needed. I think people already know what kind of a journalist you are. So keep going. Like, what's your next thing you want to say?
I just want to say that I am giving you an opportunity to respond to this.
Well,
this
are
is
you
me,
going to
this
add
is
it
me.
to your piece?
We are going to look at the whole thing and see what is.
So you're not going to try to change the piece to make me look like a misogynistic guy saying the stuff in Discord, and then, you know. Well, that's what you're
I feel
going
like
to do.
you're talking over me slightly here. We haven't actually started on putting that piece together. This interview is a part of that. I'm just simply asking
this
you,
guy is a
do
journalist.
all those comments that you said,
documentarian.
in your view, sexist, and
cult.
do you think you have a responsibility, given the audience that you have, to be careful when you say things like that? I've given you the chance to respond.
Yeah,
like, honestly,
in full context, and
I
I wonder
need
if
to
you're
know
gonna give
more.
that context in your documentary, or if you're just gonna put that and say we asked him to respond, but he was just like trying to justify it.
Following that concrete answer on whether his comments were sexist and whether or not he had a responsibility to his audience, we moved on to clicking. Here, Bumaza did seem to recognise that he had been at fault to some extent.
Well, the thing is with clicking, with the entire clicking part, I have to say, right, I can admit that I made mistakes, and the way I went really very, very strong on that one, even though a lot of it was also a show. I could have done it better, definitely, and I also think that this clicking stuff might have caused, and I already said that as well, even in this building, it caused like groups, people saying I was clicking, and people, you had the non-clickers and the clickers, and we were very, very against that. And we have, since then taken a much more chill approach. But the initial idea of clicking, it's not that I believe it. It's just like something that I think is just real.
I don't think this is the type of man you want attention from. Bad gal, Riri. I mean, I think we can aim for higher. I think we can do better. Honestly, like, one thing that you can do is you could just, like, start, like, if you just want attention in general, just start shit on Twitter. Holly, you're so pretty. I miss you so much. Hope everything is good and healthy. Much love to the household human and pets alike. Wow. Oh my god. Thank you, Devin MC. Much love to you too. I hope you're good. I yank his ponytail and he yanks mine. I'm not into it. Honestly. Like, I'm not into his ponytail. It looks so greasy.
Because there is studies.
Did we ever get a hood for this stove? I was actually just talking about that. We've started on... Oh, Devin. Thank you for the 17 months. Oh, yeah.
Devin_Ms just resubscribed for 17 months.
Thank you for subbing. Thank you for the 17 months, Devin. I appreciate it. Please clap. Thank you, everybody.
Paradigm shifts and stuff, and the ability to initiate it and stuff. It's not just something out of the blue. And but of course, the way I went about it was way too binary, and I should have done it in a better way. And yeah, like in retrospect, it's a lesson I've learned, and yeah, like that's how life goes. I try to do my best, and I try to learn from the mistakes and keep going.
Hoping to talk about some of those mistakes in more detail, I brought up logicnation.org, although Bumaza was quick to point out that they don't direct people to that site anymore. But for a while, they did direct a lot of people there, and so I wanted to know how he felt about the claims that clicking could cure someone's addiction, depression, or anxiety.
Do you think those statements are true?
Well, I think at the time, based on our, because we had quite a big sample, right? We had a lot of people saying these things, and that's why we wrote it down.
This guy's horrible.
Like, oh, yeah, these people are really, having a good time. Like, it's having a really good effect, positive effect. Since then, a lot of people have, like, what you call it, fallen back, right?
What the fuck is
their
clicking?
habits,
I don't get it.
But we've never really even put the time and effort in updating that page because nobody visits it. And the reason why it's still up there is because we don't want to hide it away. We don't want to remove evidence or whatever. Like, we don't care. Like, this was a certain period in our time, and that's it. So there's certain claims there that are definitely not representative with reality, and that is also why I'm not, in any shape or form telling people to go there. People can, people that are watching the stream right now can testify to that. If I say, like, to check something out, check out the podcast. It's logicnation.org. It's just like an old website, and that's all. So some things, there's quite some things there that is not accurate. Same with like some videos we put up on our YouTube channel since then have also been changed. Certain claims I made. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm still interested in that site because you did use it in a much more substantial way at one point, and as I said, it still is up without any disclaimers about the fact that you may have moved on from that. Having read through the testimonials on Logic Nation from people who have clicked, we found that something like 45% of the people mentioned that clicking can be the solution to either anxiety, depression, social isolation, or low self-esteem. In some cases, they'd mention all 4 of those things. I'm wondering, are you concerned at all that people who read those testimonials could be led to believe that clicking is the cure to their mental health issues, rather than going to seek a professional?
I can't even hear it anymore.
That's a long stretch, but hey, I'll add.
After knowing this,
to wiggle around or whatever.
Be careful with the words that you use and the way that you talk to this audience if you have the capability of messing with someone's head that's listening to you.
Well, the thing is, though, if I was able to go inside people's heads and help them, then I would definitely do that. For me, I don't want people in any shape or form to be worse off after they saw what I have to say compared to before. And the thing is, it's very hard for me to find the perfect balance, because everybody has their own configuration, their own experience, their own traumas, and it's very hard for me to navigate in a way that everybody would grow from the talks. The best answer I can give you is the one where, if I would know better on how to go about things, I would do it. So of course, I'm very aware and do my best. But secondly, what is also very important is to see the bigger context, where what is it that I'm actually doing? What is it that I'm contributing to the world? And when you see my actions and the amount of, and I'm not using this as a justification, I'm a conspiracy.
Can we wrap up?
If he wanted to punish someone, he would.
Way to go.
I thought this was a documentary, bestie.
Incredibly frustrating interview to be a part of, with him very rarely admitting responsibility for anything, really. So much so that you'd think he was just some guy that live streamed on Twitch. But he's not just that, is he? He's the public face of this entire group and its efforts. He's the reason people join in the first place. He's the main fundraiser and the figurehead. A religion has been named after him, PR stunt or not. He's an ambassador for Save the Children. He's the one that's been there from the very start, and his creative partner of more than a decade isn't just the boss, but the landlord too. And yet, if you ask Bumaza what his role is here, in his words, he's just the homeless guy that's allowed to run a live stream from time to time. That might be a line meant to make his audience laugh, but it also removes Bumaza from having to take any responsibility for his actions. He's not on the paperwork, he'd tell me. He's not the boss. He said that multiple times in response to my questions, and that is by design. It means that because he isn't, he's allowed to say what he likes about, for example, gender.
But it makes sense. Women don't need to be resourceful. Women need to be manipulative, while men have to be resourceful. That's how biology works.
He's not the one running the group, and so what does it matter what he says? He can also aggressively market his selfless clique as an answer to depression.
If you're depressed, depression is gone. You know depression? You deserve depression.
Or hey, maybe he can talk about how it will lead you to having a better sex life, maybe with one of the volunteers he's working with.
You guys get it? If you never got pussy, there will be pussy for everyone here.
There's going to be.
He can tell you about how some of the volunteers working for the Singularity Group, like you should as well, are becoming millionaires.
There's people here that have made $1 million.
I know that you guys don't want it.
Do you understand that or no?
But I'm willing.
And then he can brag about how much control he has over that cryptocurrency.
I'm joking.
We're always in control.
Okay, let's figure out.
You might say, Athene, I don't like that. It is what it is. And if people act cocky, I can just remove them.
He can even be accused of psychological abuse publicly by one of his volunteers and write it off because he's talked to other people there and they've told him it's not a problem.
It's not the first time that I've been accused of that by her. And last time I was very reflective about it, and maybe I was.
What?
So what I did was
my eyebrows are better.
I checked, and other people say it's not the case.
And that's all okay because he's not the boss. Reese Layson is. And that lack of accountability, that complete lack of accountability, is perhaps the biggest problem with this setup that he himself has helped create. And if you do dare criticize Bumaza or the group or anything, you yourself become the villain. I want to share another quote from a former member of the group who volunteered because, well, it's given me something to think about throughout this investigation. I've had a lot of time to think about things and clear my head. It's fascinating how it was back then when I was part of the group. It's very hard to describe. You have to go through it to understand. I still doubt and blame myself sometimes, but I try to remember why I left, and that the reasons I left for are real. To some small extent, I understand what they're trying to say there. Throughout the course of reporting on this piece, Layson and Bumaza have both tried to make us doubt and blame ourselves too. We're threatening the charity work, we're told, or we're harassing volunteers.
I don't know why you
someone
joined this compound.
who's trying to do a piece about a manipulative cult leader, you're being pretty damn manipulated.
Time and time again, to get through this constant and very public criticism of what we're doing, we've needed to take a big, deep breath, take a step back, and just look at the entirety of what we found here. This organisation has real problems that need to be addressed. It places far too much trust in the people at the top, both in terms of the huge amounts of money being raised. Even if 1.5 million isn't a lot to Bumaza, it might be to the volunteers who've helped raise it. It also demands that everyone trust in his and Layson's ability to recognise the ethical issues that this group is encountering. Is it right that the face of your organisation is talking to his audience about women being emotionally manipulative machines? What kind of impact does that have on the men and women listening? Is it right that people suffering with depression, anxiety, social isolation, low self-esteem were encouraged to click and follow Bumaza's ideology? Even now, Logic Nation remains online and without any disclaimers relating to the fact that even Bumaza himself regrets how some of this stuff was presented. Has the cryptocurrency and the idea that volunteers may one day become millionaires created a financial dependency within the group? Has the idea of this big payout become an incentive for people to live and work there? What happens if it never pans out? And when accusations of abuse do arise, where's the independent inquiry into what happened? Where's the public statement about its findings and what's being done as a result?
What is his crypto?
If this group wasn't set up in the way that it is and was instead a charity or a non-profit, that would be demanded, surely. Where's the infrastructure to protect these volunteers? Many of those questions, in our opinion, remain unanswered. And when we've tried to ask them, we've been written off as either a hit piece or a symptom of a cancel culture that's getting wildly out of control. Which, by the way, is going to be the focus of a short documentary Bumaza and his group are now making about us.
And the problem is it spreads too fast. It's like you can't do damage control. The damage is done immediately. So we have to preemptively make sure that everybody knows. Everyone. And they will. Even if I have to spend $100,000, I don't give a shit. Everybody will fucking know about this shit. And this is what we also will do. We will do a press release and everything, by the way. We will also run ads, and we will make sure, we will also do a campaign around cancel culture. And even fund it quite a bit. And he's just an example. I mean, because it's not just him. Like, a lot of people get canceled. And basically, the angle is how cancel culture disabled me for raising millions for children in need. And I will also have a quote of Save the Children. We will do a press release, everything, and a big event around it. And raise awareness. That's what we're going to do. What you going to say?
This documentary has been, in truth, a horrible thing to work on. Not only have the topics been soul-sapping, but we've also had our livelihood threatened multiple times along the way. We've been told our reputations will be ruined and that we may face a legal battle over defamation once we're published. And you know what? We're not rich. We make this stuff out of a spare bedroom. Those kind of threats, they matter to us. They sink in. And yet, despite them, we've decided to go ahead and publish what we found here because we believe that people like Bumaza, people like Layson, people in positions of power need to be held accountable when they misuse that power, and that is what we've tried to do here. Yeah, thank you for watching, and thanks once again to all of our supporters for allowing us to work on a piece like this for as long as we did. We wanted to get it right. Cheers.
Okay, I think confirms it was a scam. So, of course, my pussy power over what man?
He is one of the top 5 most viewed creators on YouTube today, and at the young age of 24 is...
Oh, wow. What is this? Okay, can I just say one thing? I have never watched a single one of this dude's... What's his... David Dobrik? I've never watched a single one of his videos. And like, he's just, was he that famous before the scandal? He is super famous. Hold on. He was. Okay. What? I was about to fucking... God, my mind just went blank. I'm trying to think of what I was just thinking of, guys. I'm gonna save this video though. I kind of think maybe this would be good to watch later. What is wrong? Pump. What is like? I don't know what you're talking about there. Baby, you're cute. But I would appreciate it if you would, I need you to just tone it down a notch. You're just gonna tone it down a notch, hun. It's a little inappropriate. It's getting weird. So, thank you. Wow. No, guys, there was something that I was like literally like on the grasp, like it's on the tip of my tongue. Fuck. Do you guys have these moments like ever? Oh, okay. Check in. One moment. Who has actually been reading? Who has been reading? Any readers? No? You guys, we're currently reading The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. In Discord. Me and, the bookworms. I'm sorry, that's not our names. We're not bookworms. Can you help me out, Incredulous? Are you in here? Book bimbos. Oh my god, thank you. God, sorry. I've been doing the marijuana lately and it's oof. Okay, so everybody needs to catch up. Everybody needs to get back to reading. Book bimbos, Discord. It's Town Library. I don't know if you guys have caught up. Anyone got a PDF? It's all posted in the Discord. So if you have any questions, all of your options are in Discord. You could probably, I actually have really cut down, but I kind of decided to, oh my god, I got really stoned. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just, oof, got higher than I realized. Oof. Adam or Bryn, if you want the book club role. Thank you, Adam. Yep, it's true. So make sure to join Book Bimbos. It's been fun. It's been fun. Honestly, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like the book. I'm really enjoying it. I don't want to really talk about it because we're going to do it exclusively in the Discord. I'm saving my wine night. I'm saving my wine night of the week for, Sunday night. So I don't know what time we're doing it. So anyway, we're going to have our first meeting this Sunday. It's going to be fabulous, beautiful, stunning. Meetings and discussions every Sunday period. I don't know what time we're going to do this. I have no idea. We love a Bible study. But yeah, I'm going to do webcam. You guys can do webcam if you'd like. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of you will probably just do the voice. If that's fine. We're all going to join, have our little discussion, do like our little, we're going to do like some deep analysis, deep dives. So, yeah, that's the plan. I think it'll be fun. We're like at that age now. We're just like, we're learning and we're just learning stuff. So, hold on. I remember what I was about to talk about. Oh my god, hold on. Oh my god.
Anteros44 just resubscribed for 5 months. Hi bestie less than 3.
Oh my god, thank you for the 5 months. Thank you for subbing. We got the subs in here. Okay, hold on. I remember now. Let me see if there's a video on it. Okay. Period. Alright, let's see. I hope this video's good. Cat center stage, she's gorgeous. Like, honestly. Okay, guys, this is what I heard.
A week after the alleged guest list for the upcoming Met Gala was rumored to feature TikTok stars, the alleged seating arrangement has reportedly leaked online, and many fans are not happy with some of the seating arrangements. Let's get into it. As we get closer to this year's coveted Met Gala, which will be taking place on September 13th, more and more details about the event organised by fashion legend Anna Wintour appear to be coming to light. The Met Gala is known for hosting A-listers every year, which is why some fans were shocked when rumours began swirling that TikTok stars including Addison Rae and Charli and Dixie D'Amelio would be rubbing elbows with some of the biggest names in the movie, music and fashion industry. And now, a seating chart for the event, which is being touted as the official seating chart, has reportedly been leaked online, with stars like Beyonce, The Weeknd, Selena Gomez and Ariana Grande listed in very unlikely seating arrangements. On alleged table A, Beyonce is sitting at the head of the table, with YouTuber Emma Chamberlain to her left and Addison Rae sitting across from her at the other end of the table. Also, Lady Gaga and Hailey Bieber would be sitting next to each other. Fans were quick to react, tweeting comments like, something about Beyonce and Addison Rae both being at the head of the table forced to stare at each other at the Met Gala is very cursed to me. At alleged table C, Jennifer Lopez is sitting right across from Rihanna, who have been rumored to have beef with each other for years after J-Lo reportedly dated Drake back in 2016. Over at alleged table E, The Weeknd would be sitting next to James Charles, with Charli D'Amelio sitting at the head of the table right next to him, and Kylie Jenner also across from him. The unusual seating arrangement prompted this fan to tweet, "Excuse me? Why is James Charles next to my second husband, Abel?" And this person wrote, "Abel cornered by Charli and James Charles? I can't. Met Gala, are you trying to kill him?" In fact, James even began trending on Twitter because fans of the Met Gala couldn't believe that he may have been invited, despite the numerous grooming accusations he's been facing. This Twitter user wrote, "Y'all talking about where James Charles is sitting? MF, he don't even deserve to be invited." Now moving on to alleged table F, where Dixie D'Amelio would be sandwiched between Katy Perry and Billie Eilish, and Selena Gomez and Ariana Grande would also be facing her from across the table. But Selenators, Arianators, and Billie Eilish fans are not happy
Soloinators.
tweeting
Hold
things
on,
like,
hold on,
"You mean
hold
that
on.
Dixie is gonna sit at the..."
I have to stop there. Okay, Soloinators rise. Soloinators rise. We're about to go raid Solo. Okay, she's doing a 24-hour stream, so let's go. Solo QQinators rise. She is going to the store. That's more entertaining than what I'm doing right now, so let's go raid her. She wants some subs. Are you guys ready to sub? Thank you. Alright, let's go. Have a good Friday night, everybody. Have fun. Over there, it will be a great time. Be good. Take care. Be good, guys. Be careful tonight. I don't want y'all getting in trouble. Alright, and yeah, so Sunday, remember Book Bimbos. Thank you. I don't remember what I was going to say. Anyway. Okay, bye.